Okay, here we are with turn 2 of Imperial Struggle. I've just drawn the tiles for the War of Austrian Succession. Uh, Britain has drawn poor tiles, and France has drawn really bad tiles. France does have 3 debt tiles, but Britain is likely, in fact, Britain will have 4 more debt limit by the time this war rolls around, so that's not much use. Of course, the War of the Austrian Succession lets you get a free bonus tile for every bonus in the Seven Years' War, for every bonus you have in the War of the Austrian Succession. So we probably will be buying some tiles, though it may not happen much this turn. Okay, so what's going on the board? We're going to reset the investment tiles, reset the exhaustion of all the advantages, deal the new awards. Britain has the initiative this time, as promised. The goods are going to be, looks like we got tobacco, spice, and sugar. That's going to make the Caribbean pretty important, having tobacco and sugar. Looks like France is going to enjoy holding on to the spice market if, well, maybe Britain can do something about this conflict and everything they have here. Britain is slightly behind in the sugar as well, though they have no one either in no one and no one has any tobacco. As for North America, it's worth 2 points, so the French may struggle to hold on to it, but I don't see how they're going to do so in the long run. It's pretty nasty for them. Um, France can possibly get 5 military here from one, two, three squadrons and 1, 2 forts, making 5, and maybe some extra from conflict markers to get 6 or maybe more with leaders with war tiles. I don't know. France still is going to have trouble here defending against the British, who already have the advantage in which one war is this? Oh yeah, King George's War. Though they don't know the British rolled a very bad tile here. Okay. What else we got going on? Europe is also worth 3 plus 1 more if you happen to be France, so they're going to be looking for that. France can't change out any of their ministers. They'll pull these 3 cards. Um, Now, they don't have governance. They do have, or mercantilism for that matter. They do have more prestige spaces in Scotland and Ireland, so we'll hang on to that one. Albany's ambition is really only special if you have the governance bonus. Otherwise, it's just shift 1 alliance space. War of Jenkins' Ear is without the bonus, just place a conflict in a market in the Caribbean. And Austro-Spanish rivalry is just unflag a space in the Dutch Republic. All of which are very nice, but not very important. So we're throwing away Austro-Spanish rivalry or Alberoni's ambition, or War of Jenkins' Ear. I think it's going to be let's see. So War of Jenkins' Ear could help us take the sugar. I guess Austro-Spanish rivalry is the. Nah, it'll be Alberoni's ambition. We'll get rid of because this could get rid of the prestige space or the alliance space. It's pretty good in that regard. Well, yeah, okay. Although Alberoni's ambition could add a 3 space to Austria or Spain, so we'll get rid of Austro-Spanish rivalry. As for Britain, they're going to draw. Theirs are already spent. Their ministers are already used, so they let's see. They got 1 style thing, this Great Northern War. There's going to be several opportunities to play Great Northern War. This is pretty good. Shift to political space in the German states. If both are now with BR flags, score 2 VP and bonus 1 Diplo. So it's probably a good priority to play this one as soon as I can. Tax reform is good. I don't have finance, but still good. South Sea speculation is unremarkable, just unflag a market. I can't get that bonus, though it would be nice to get that with Edmund Haley. So, for the first action round, I think Britain is going to go ahead and let's see. There's 5 events. That means both sides could play a bunch of events, at least 2. Britain is going to take the first action round because I don't think there's any good reason not to. If well, one good reason not to would be for reacting to wherever the France go in round 4. So is that a good reason not to? Well, I can definitely play this tax reform and the Great Northern War, probably both. So, yeah, France is going to go first. Or Britain's going to go first. Okay, so Britain will first draft. How are we doing on tiles? Britain has some pretty crappy tiles, so they're going to draft 2 mil, 2 econ, event, and upgrade. First, I'll play Great Northern War. This is going to shift the German states. Now we're both our BR flags, so we score 2 and bonus 1 Diplo. So 1 Diplo is going to have to be added to something to be any good. Why don't we use a treaty point to add it to this alliance here to make sure the French don't get too interested in that. We will go ahead and do the military upgrade. It's an improvement, I guess. We have 2 mil and 2 econ. Probably some extra with treaty points. Now we really are getting shut out of India. If Britain loses India again, that's 1 VP and 2 VP and 1 TRP and 1 less debt for France, which stinks, but it might be better to win the other. But if we can win the other theaters, it's still pretty good. We do want to contest the Caribbean and North America pretty strongly. So we'll go ahead and use. First, I'm going to use those 2 military points to build a squadron using Edmund Halley's power. Then I'm going to kind of want to start deploying those suckers. Okay, so I'm going to deploy those suckers to here, and that's 1 deployed, and I'll deploy another to the Balearics to help out with that problem there of. No, wait, not there, because I've already got an advantage. I'm going to go here to. Yeah, okay, Balearics are fine. So that's. Was that 2 treaty points? I think so. Okay, so 2 treaty points down. And then I've got 2 econ. So I'm going to use this where I just busted into to yeah, okay, I'll do that. No, this is going to go here, and we're gonna put the British flag here. That ties us up on sugar. Um, I could also have not done Denmark, Norway, but I like it because it's harder to undo if I have the thing. Okay, France is up. I mean, if I have the flag at Denmark, Norway, it's hard for them to undo it. They have to take a major action, which is going to be no event for France, so France probably won't do that. France is up. Um, with Acts of Union, they can get the bonus. Not with Governance or War of Jenkins' Ear, of course. So Acts of Union is the best they have. This is going to give 2 Diplo, and I think they will use it as part of a general offensive of sorts. Offensives, general of sorts. Um, so they're going to. So they're going to do a general offensive by using. Let's see. Do we want to use? Do we have any upgrades here? Yes, we do. So France is going to pick this one, 2 mil, 2 Diplo, 1 event, and 1 upgrade. They'll play Acts of Unions to unflag a political space. What's going on here? Why is this not responding? They play Acts of Union to unflag a political space. And the bonus is they get 2 Diplo and the bonus, which is unflag a political space. In Europe, not Spain or Austria. That central German states one looks good, or we could do. Britain can add these back very easily, so I'll get rid of this one. Remove that. So I have 2 Diplo. Well, I'm going to use. What am I going to do with those Diplos? I can use. Wouldn't mind getting this Central European conflict, so I could use 3 Diplo here. And I'd use a treaty point for that. And then I have the minor 2, which I guess doesn't have to be in Europe either. Or maybe that was the minor. And then I have 2 more that can be pretty much anywhere. But France in Europe is good because that means more. France is really still really behind in Europe. They would love to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have spent those 3 there, but I still have 4 more major to do. So I'll get rid of this thing in Denmark, Norway, and I'll make it French. So that's treaty points down to 0 and debt up to 1, 2, 3. France is getting this sucker. Oh, and while I'm at it, Britain should have played, probably done this thing first, exhaust advantage to do a conflict there, whatever. But, no, I guess they would want to do it here, because that way it's isolated. That way it can't grow, I don't know. They're both isolated, it's pretty bad. Conflict. And does Britain do anything else nasty? No. But now France has this thing to reduce debt by 2. They also have this thing to mess up a fur market. I guess they'll go ahead and do this one again. And they would love to use this one, but it's not to be yet. And these two aren't useful yet. So France used all the Diplo in the world, and they also have 2 mil. Um, they'll use that 2 mil with one more debt to take. I can't endorse that path. What am I doing with the 2 mil? Maybe they'll just buy a bonus tile. A bonus for the Jacobite Rebellion. They'd love to be strong there. Okay, and that'll. Yeah, sure, that'll help someone. Okay. Britain, second action round. They want to do tax reform if they can. So, it's either this one or this one. Britain has no finance, but tax reform is still pretty good if they play econ and with an event. They would go ahead and take this tax reform that allows for less, because it reduces debt by 2, so that allows some leeway. And British investment is going to be, let's see, so we reduced it by 2 for the tax reform. We get an upgrade. Let's upgrade. King George's War is more interesting than Central Europe, it seems like. Those are both pretty bad, but we'll take this one instead. And we have 2 econ and 2 mil. So the mil could be used to clear a conflict. It's not terribly interesting, but it works. The econ can be used to. We can get more sugar. We can get more tobacco. Seems like the way to go here. And with regard to the mill, clearing these conflicts doesn't seem worth it. It seems like I should just leave this conflict on here, shouldn't I? I mean, why should I get rid of it? Unless I can clear off the French problem there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll get rid of the conflict. I guess I should. Figure it'll hurt me down the road. French 2. I don't know. I might just leave the conflict unless the French are showing interest in getting rid of their conflicts, because it doesn't hurt me until the War of Austrian Succession, and maybe it'd be better to spend the bucks elsewhere. So instead, I'm going to put the 3 into building this fort in Halifax. The French are up. War of Jenkins' Ear is fine, and so is Fleury's Alberoni's Ambition. Either one is special. This seems good for letting my French get their naval stuff in. War of Jenkins' Ear. Place a conflict marker in a British flagged market in the Caribbean. Don't mind if I do. And then what I'm going to do, is I'm going to spend 3 to send this I'm gonna pay 3 to send this one to the Belarus, where I will help. They will help me with matters of diplomatic protocol, and then I will use my 2 Diplo remaining to. Oh wait, I have the best ability. I will take 2 less debt. And then I've got 2 Diplo. Yeah, let's go into Sweden. And is there anything else I can do to get cheap? Oh, this too. No, I can't. Can't go there with. I only have the minor action. But I also have more debt I can take to do things like this. I wonder if I should do that. No, I can't afford that one, but I can afford this one, which could stem the damage somewhat. I don't know. It's pretty nasty. So in the King George's War, they're probably getting 1 CP, and if they get 1 CP, that probably means they take Louisburg, and it's not long for Acadia. Oh wait, they can take Acadia straight out. Well then, screw it. Instead, I'm not using my VP on my precious debt on boats. British third. British are going to. They can play South Sea speculation. It's fine. Unflag a market whose removal does not isolate any other markets. It's not a bad card. But expansion in, well, North America, I think I got wrapped up. I'd really like to fight them in. Yeah, I think I want to do this one. British investment in this military, for military, and 2 Diplo. They use 2 Diplo to grab this French space, and they use their let's see, one of the military is going to do this. It's removing the conflict here. And then the other 3 are sending this guy back to the Navy box and this guy to the Belarus. Okay, so French action round 3. They can play Albion ambition, so I guess they will. Though they'd rather have some Diplo to start. Alberoni's ambition can give them an alliance space, which normally costs 3, so that's good. But it requires picking no Diplo, which is bad. Instead, I think what they'll do is they'll pick 4 Diplo, 2 Econ. They're going to expand into Caicos with their Econ. This is going to have the effect of they'll still lose in the Caribbean, but they'll win at Sugar, at least so far. And what about those? What about those Diplo? I think those Diplo are best used in Europe. So we're going to use them to get the cheap alliances, the cheapest alliances you ever saw. Gonna remove this one. It's a cheap alliance, and that lets me. That's 2. Anything else nasty I can do to these people? Nope. Looks like about it. British are fourth. The British would like to make it so they can win at something. They're currently they're currently tied on tobacco and sugar. They're behind in spice. They could try and make it so they could actually use the spice, but I don't see how they could do that easily. Um, I think the British move here is to continue to hammer on the. Well, I was gonna say Diplo, but we have the Diplo situation. We're not gonna. No, yeah, Diplo is good because we can get this if we get this within two, and they can't do anything about it. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Good idea. So the British plan here is to take Diplo for Mill two. That's the last Diplo action available. So we're gonna guarantee that France cannot win the Battle of Points here, which would give them 4 VP. So that's great for for Britain. They are going to let's see, add this one and remove Denmark and Norway, which France has been counting on for too long. Okay, so that means Britain will get the prestige, and nobody is going to get the control award, which is terrific for Britain. Britain also has 2 mil to use. Is there anything I really can do with that? I guess they will take a debt and get Louisburg too. What the hell? This will, if nothing else, discourage the French from further forays into North America. The French are up because the French have only Alberoni's ambition left. Oh, they can use Alberoni's ambition in a way the English did not expect, to remove a space in Austria, Dutch Republic, or Spain, or shift it in Austria or Dutch Republic or Spain. So they will shift this Spanish space. No, not Spain, Austria. That'll come in handy sooner. So they will win that bonus, which is pretty nasty. They don't get the bonus. I mean, they will win the award, is what I should have said. Now France has 3 econ, 2 mil. What do they want to do with that? They can use the mill inefficiently to deploy these guys. I don't know. That's not great. The econ. Well, you always could have them. They could deploy this guy. And then take a debt using 4 econ here to change this thing. And that would have the effect of wait, I don't need to do that. I can just undo that, and I'll also undo this one. Remove this one. Okay, and remove this one. So with 4 econ, I remove this flag and this flag. Now the British have only 1 sugar and no tobacco, while the French have 2 sugars and 1 tobacco. Lucky them. And then extra mill point gets wasted because I cruised the ship over here, but that's how it goes. End of turn awards. France is going to get 4 of the Europe Award. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the help of the Court of the Sun King. Britain still gets 2 prestige back, so it's not that bad. France gets 1 and a treaty point for India. France also gets 1 for Caribbean, and they lose. Britain gets 2 for North America. Tobacco, France wins. That's 3 VP and 1 debt. 1, 2, 3, and 1 debt. Sugar, France wins. That's 2 VP. Oh, France is cleaning up here. And spice, France wins for 1 VP and 1 less debt. Okay, Britain is now in a increasingly tough position, and they really need to turn it around. Military victory in North America may not be enough.